I want to move on to the three perspectives in sociology from here. Sociology has advanced a lot since the 1800s. And one way that it has advanced is that we have kind of three emerging, or three theories about how society works emerge from our preponderance of discoveries from studying society. And we call these the three sociological perspectives. Right? The three sociological perspectives. Three perspectives of sociology are really three theories of sociology. For many of you, theory is a scary term. To study theory is to risk embarrassment. Right? I'm not going to understand what this theory is. I'm not good enough to understand theory. I'm not smart enough to understand theory. Well, let me, please, dispel any types of myths about theory for you today, if you have them. A theory is a very, very simple thing. All it is a general statement that predicts how some parts of the world fit together or work. Right? Theory really makes up this prediction part of positivism. When we say that we can predict that things are going to occur, we are really talking about a theory of how things may occur. Especially whenever we talk about how things may generally occur under lots and lots of different instances. Theories can be right, and theories can be wrong. Theories stand and fall based on whether or not what we observe and what we control for supports them or doesn't support them. Great example. My great-grandmother, my nunny, loved her. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. She's been dead for years, right? But my nunny she was this little Italian woman, she was very, very scared that in the 1960s, when we were going through the process of our Apollo missions to the moon, my nunny was scared that the moon was going to get angry and spit fire at us. That's what my nunny said. She said, if we land on the moon is going to get angry and it's going to spit fire at us. Right? Well, my nunny had a theory about the moon. Apparently it was alive and dragon-like. Right? And didn't like to be disturbed. And if it gets disturbed, it will spit fire at us. So Nunny had a theory about what the moon was actually made of. It was made of dragon. And what it would do if we landed on it, it would spit fire at us. So Nunny had a theory. And that theory did not get supported by the evidence. Right? We landed on the moon, discovered that the moon was not made of a dragon, that it was actually made of rock, and it didn't spit fire. Well, there's lots and lots of theories out there. Some of them get supported by what we observe, and other theories don't get supported. Right? That's all a theory is. And in sociology, we have had three kind of general theories that we'll talk about on Friday that have received lots and lots of support from the evidence. Study after study, and time after time, these three theories, statements about how parts of the world fit together, have gained support. The three theoretical perspectives that we have in the field of sociology are not like Nunny's theories. Okay? They have been supported time and time again by observations, by evidence, by the research that sociologists do. And these three different perspectives are used to predict what goes on in groups, what goes on in organizations, what goes on in society in general. What are these social forces that impinge upon the individual and, in effect, influence him or her to behave in certain ways? Similarly, what are these social forces and how do they impinge upon groups in general, organizations in general, institutions in general, influencing these collections of people who are patterning their behavior to act in certain ways? The three theoretical perspectives that we have in sociology are named as follows: the functionalist perspective, the conflict perspective, and the symbolic interactionist perspective. And I just want to once again kind of drive home the idea that theories are not beliefs, right? Theories are not beliefs because they have scientific support behind them. Evidence to support that the ways in which people who use these theories predict the world will behave, or people within the world will behave, has been supported by observations, right? Have been supported by observations, which is different than beliefs, right? Beliefs do not necessarily need to have support, right? Beliefs do not need to have support. Theories are only as good as the support that they have behind them. So you can believe a bunch of things, but if you don't have support, you just call them beliefs and not theories. If you have support or evidence about the way in which you think the world fits together and works, you can call that a theory. And the three theoretical perspectives in sociology have a great deal of historical support behind them. So we're going to take each one in turn and talk a little bit about each one to give you a nice introduction.